If I could just invite everybody to be behind us.
Mr. Ban Ki-moon.
Can we please have everybody back up? We need to take a group photo. Yes, we need to back up. Back up.
Can I kindly invite everybody to back up a few steps?
Can you move this way? Please. Okay, I need to back up.
Please, can we back up a little bit more?
Mr. Hussain, okay, everyone ready? Let's see, 2 more. Thank you. Okay, excuse me, sir, can you move the camera out a little bit? Thank you. Okay. Yes. Thank you.
Try to do your best.
In the United Nations peacekeeping and its support and commitment to the United Nations. Ladies and gentlemen, may I now request the permanent representative of Pakistan to the United Nations and the President of the UN Security Council, His Excellency Mr. Masood Khan, to say a few words.
Secretary General, Your Excellency Ban Ki-moon, we are so honored by your presence here in our midst. In Pakistan, we all revere and respect you for what you did for us during the 2010 floods. Secretary General, you inspire confidence in our peacekeepers, some of whom are present here, either in person or in the images displayed on the walls. We are grateful for hard and soft issues, ranging from counterterrorism to education to culture. Ladies and gentlemen, I would also like to welcome our Foreign Secretary. Foreign Secretary, His Excellency Sayyid Jalil Abbas Dilani, so much, Vice Chief of General Staff, General Mazhar Jameel, where is he? For joining us today. You are the ones who train and dispatch the troops from GHQ for difficult peace missions abroad. You are here to see how peacekeepers are honored at the United Nations. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, we are also grateful to you that you have responded to our call to come to this exhibition. This is a special day for Pakistan. This is a moment for satisfaction for the entire Council, the United Nations, and the Secretariat. And these photographs, these vignettes, these images that you see on the walls, they capture fleeting moments of Pakistani peacekeepers' service to the United Nations. And they capture the passion and commitment we feel for world peace and spirit behind it, not just by doing the essential duties, but by going beyond to serve the shattered communities, not just by separating the disputing parties, but by helping them heal their wounds. Today is the day. Today is the day for us to hold two flags high, never be found lacking in upholding the principles of the Charter. Our peacekeepers fulfill that commitment of our guide or the leader. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I call upon His Excellency Mr. Ban Ki-moon, the Secretary General of the United Nations, to address the distinguished audience who are assembled here today. The Secretary General, thank you.
Your Excellency, Foreign Secretary of Pakistan, Jalil Abbas Dilani, Your Excellency Ambassador Muhammad Masood Khan, Permanent Representative of Pakistan to the United Nations, decorated generals, Shahjani Gurfam, Deputy Superintendent of Police and winner of the 2011 International Female Police Peacekeeper Award, distinguished delegates, Excellencies, Ambassadors of the Diplomatic Corps, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. I'm honored to join you in celebrating more than half a century of Pakistan's remarkable contribution to UN peacekeeping operations. I have personally met the brave Pakistani men and women who serve proudly in some of our toughest missions around the world. They are truly an inspiration. Pakistan provides essential boots on the ground and also brains on the issues. As the chair of the Security Council this month, Pakistan has initiated in-depth discussions about the problems we face and the solutions we need in today's complex world. This wonderful exhibition reminds us that peacekeeping is more than mandates and missions. It is our collective promise, responsibility to help families and communities suffering from war. This is what our nearly 94,000 uniformed peacekeepers do each day in 15 different missions on 4 continents. Challenging tasks. That is why we need highly trained and well-equipped personnel. We need more men and especially more women who can bravely go into dangerous situations to bring relief to civilians. As a Secretary General, I can count on Pakistan to help staff our missions. Since its first deployment to the Congo a half-century ago, Pakistan has sent troops to 33 former missions. Today, almost 9,000 Pakistani uniformed personnel serve in 6 missions. The United Nations is deeply grateful for their contributions. Pakistan's historic commitment to peacekeeping has taken a heavy toll. 132 Pakistanis have lost their lives while serving the UN. We owe them a great debt of gratitude. These photographs document a proud legacy of success. I could cite many examples, but let me just share one from Eastern Democratic Republic of the Congo, where the M23 rebel groups captured Goma in November last year. The Pakistani brigade established a strong defensive positions to block a possible spillover to South Kivu. They reinforced the operating bases for the Congolese armed forces, who could no longer protect the local population. Thanks to our Pakistani blue helmets, the main roads stayed open and many civilians were spared. I'm honored that we are joined by Ms. Wolfram, who received the UN's first International Female Peacekeeper of the Year award of her service in different United Nations missions around the world. Thank you very much. Congratulations. She once said, I quote, "My motivation to undertake a peacekeeping mission stems from the desire to bring about change in the lives of others and to put a smile on the faces of people who have gone through so much pain." End of quote. Ms. Kulman is an excellent example of Pakistan's spirit of service, and she is a true global citizen. And I thank you for your commitment. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope many people will be inspired by this spirit, which is captured in these moving photographs. Lastly, I'd like to recognize the presence of, unusual presence of President of United Nations Correspondent Association, Ms. Pamela Fogg. She was recently elected. Now, since she's here with some press UNCA members, I hope you will cover all these brave and courageous activities of the UN peacekeeping operations and other civilian staff who are working day and night in very difficult and dangerous situations. Still many people are working in Syria, Mali, DRC, to name all these missions, in 15 missions. I am very humbled and grateful to our dedicated peacekeeping forces as well as police personnel for their commitment and leadership. And I thank very much to people and government of Pakistan for their contribution again, and also providing these very valuable opportunities so that we can appreciate at least some part of what you have been doing during the last half a century. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, now may I request the Honorable Foreign Secretary of Pakistan, Ambassador Jalil Abbas Jalani to say a few words.
Excellency, the Secretary General, ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to join this evening for the photographic exhibition on UN peacekeeping. Peacekeeping is a vital tool for the United Nations to maintain international peace and security. Blue helmets are not only a symbol of the United Nations' global quest for peace, but also a beacon of hope for the conflict-affected people of the world. Over the last 50 years, Pakistan has been a consistent participant in the international peacekeeping. Pakistani peacekeepers, and in fact the entire nation of Pakistanis, are proud of their contribution to the United Nations work in this vital field. Pakistani peacekeepers with many friends in their areas of operation. This is evident in the photographic exhibition today. The exhibition provides glimpses into the lives of peacekeepers. It showcases challenges, achievements, and operational environment of UN peacekeeping. More importantly, it captures the commitment and the valor of peacekeepers to serve the cause of peace in alien and often hostile conditions. These photographs also help to relate with peacekeeping as the linchpin of collective security system established under the Charter of the United Nations. Challenges of international peace and security can only be addressed through partnership. I will conclude by thanking the UN Secretary General, distinguished representative of the UN member states, and other guests for attending the event. Thank you very much for your presence.
Excellency, the distinguished Secretary General, Mr. Pakistan, ladies and gentlemen, it's a great pleasure for me and honor to be here and represent Pakistan Army. Pakistan Army remains committed to contribute to further the global cause of peace and security in the world. We are very proud of our peacekeepers, and particularly of 132 peacekeepers who actually laid down their lives. We are proud of them, and we are also humbled by their good professional work they did, and we only stay committed to continue with the same profession. I would now like to read the message of the Chief of the Army Staff, General Ishmaq Pervez. The message reads: United Nations remains the biggest guarantor of world peace, and through the history has made considerable achievements in keeping the world a safer place. Many a nation can be rightfully grateful to the international community of peacekeepers who have been instrumental in resolution of disputes, helping bring about stability and reducing human misery. Pakistan's commitment towards promoting international peace stems from the vision of our founding father, Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Since its inception, Pakistan has played a significant role as a responsible member of the international community to help bring global peace through active diplomatic, moral and material support in various regions of the world. Pakistan's journey, as the Excellency mentioned, it started in 1960 when it deployed its first contingent in Congo. Over the past half a century, Pakistan has been one of the most significant and consistent contributors to UN peacekeeping operations around the world. Pakistan has hitherto participated in 41 UN peacekeeping missions, which include some of the most challenging missions conducted under the UN auspices. Pakistan has so far contributed more than 154,000 troops in the UN missions across the globe. At present, it's about 9,000 troops are engaged in 7 different peacekeeping missions across 3 continents. It gives me satisfaction to report that professionalism of Pakistan's peacekeepers has earned them a prestigious place amongst the international community. And we are really humbled by that. And we would like to stay committed on this professionalism. Today, Pakistan can proudly claim to be one of the largest contributors to UN peacekeeping operations. The path to peace in conflict-ridden regions of the world is not always smooth. As the global community moves towards ideas of personal independence, rule of law, and human dignity, peacekeeping operations are also evolving to meet the new challenges being faced in the changing global environment. Cognizant of the challenges, Pakistan Army shall remain, as it has always been, a catalyst for peace to achieve the ideal of collective security. Our commitment to global peace remains unwavering and steadfast. Ladies and gentlemen, on this important day, let us not forget to remember those who have laid down their lives for global peace and have kept blue helmets a beacon of hope for the millions. At the end of the message, to honor the sacrifice of these peacekeepers, may I request, ladies and gentlemen, to observe silence for a minute.
Blue helmet. May I now request a former blue helmet, Brigadier General Nadir Khan, who was most recently a sector commander in South Kivu, to come and say a few words.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. His Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and good evening. It is indeed a distinct honor and privilege for me to stand here and speak before this august gathering, representing United Nations peacekeepers from Pakistan. I served as Commander South Kivu Brigade in United Nations Stabilization Mission in Democratic Republic of Congo in year 2011 and 12. Moscow was indeed my second mission. Prior to this, I had served in Somalia in the year 1993 and 94. Pakistan military contingent and international troops under my command comprised of over 13 major and minor units with over 5,000 troops. And this command was indeed in highly challenging and volatile environment of Democratic Republic of Congo. And this has been a great experience for me. The peacekeepers of South Kivu worked day and night to accomplish the mandated task of United Nations, that is, ensuring the protection of civilians, besides providing support to FARDC, that is the Congolese National Army, and all other partners. During my tenure of command, South Kivu Brigade successfully conducted presidential and parliamentary election in the month of November 2011, and we also conducted 23 major and joint operations and unilateral operations supporting FARDCs, that is the Congolese National Army. Besides this, we deployed 400,000 patrols were moved during 1 year. Besides this, number of initiatives for capacity building and training of Congolese National Army, that is FARDC, and humanitarian and healing of arts and mine projects remained a regular feature in our mission. Despite the capacity issue of the United Nations forces under my command, our strategy all along has been to prevent human rights violations and violence through proactive approach and react very fast with all our partners, including allied contingents from different countries, MONUSCO substantive sections, humanitarian agencies, political and civil administrations, and of course the civil society. Establishment of joint command post and joint monitoring mechanism to monitor the operational activities were accepted as the best practices for replications in other missions all over the world. Like many of you here, peacekeepers in Democratic Republic of Congo left no stone unturned to ensure peace and tranquility in the affected areas, and in process, many of our comrades in blue helmet made great sacrifices in in the cause of peace. I will conclude by saying that Pakistan's peacekeepers deployed in different conflict-ridden regions of the world under the auspices of United Nations missions are working with total commitment. These peacekeepers, considered as catalysts of peace, will continue to work with dedication, perseverance, and unflinching commitment to global peace as ever. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, yet another blue helmet, the star of this evening. It is my pleasure to introduce Deputy Superintendent of Police, Ms. Shehzadi Gulfan, the 2011 recipient of the International Female Police Peacekeeper Award, to briefly share her experience as a former blue helmet. Ms. Shehzadi Gulfan.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I am a police officer from Lahore. I have traveled all the way from Pakistan to attend this exhibition. It is because I love the United Nations. I have served in the United Nations missions in Bosnia-Herzegovina, Kosovo, and Timor-Leste. In 2011, I was decorated with the first International Female Police Peacekeeper Award. At that time, I was serving with the 100 personnel unit of the Timor-Leste National Police in Delhi. Peacekeeping, United Nations peacekeeping gives us an opportunity to see beyond communities and nationalities and work for a truly global cause. Such sentiments motivated my work in the 3 missions that I had served. Working as peacekeeper made me realize that human suffering has no language and no cause for creed. It can be felt across the human hearts and mind, even that they do not speak the same language or share the same religion. This experience helped me immensely in my national duty as well. Pakistani women are serving in police and military with distinctions. We have a strong women police force with separate women police stations. Women in our law enforcement agencies have rendered memorable services and sacrifice, particularly in the fight against terrorism and extremism. This has enriched our experience, enhanced our capacities, and made us more resilient. I hope that United Nations will engage more women from Pakistan in peacekeeping duties. We will do a better or excellent jobs. Thank you.
Shehzadi Gulfan to global peace in the United Nations. Ladies and gentlemen, may I now request the permanent representative for his word of thanks. How could I forget our special guest of this evening? That is Ms. Pamela Ford, the new president of the UN Correspondents Association. My apologies, Pamela, please.
Thank you very much and welcome to Secretary General Ban Ki-moon, to Foreign Secretary Jalani, to the Undersecretary General for Peacekeeping Affairs and also the head of the Peacekeeping Division, Matsu, who is here tonight, and of course to Ambassador Khan. I thank you all for this evening and this event. On behalf of the UN Correspondents Association, I welcome you and respond in a sense to the Secretary General Ban Ki-moon's request tonight, and that was that we all, as correspondents, cover these important events. Well, watching the UN Secretary, the Security Council today, and covering it, I felt an overwhelming sense of surprise and a certain heartwarming sense, and that was because not only for the first time in 12 years has there been a resolution on peacekeeping, not only does Pakistan have the lion's share of so many peacekeepers around the world, blue helmets of 9,000 around the world, but also because we do cover a lot of divisions and we cover differences in countries of the United Nations. But today was a day of very unusual unanimity and consensus when all 15 countries agreed to this resolution and were co-sponsors of this resolution. One of the ambassadors here tonight walking in said to me, peacekeeping. Yes, that is what we need around the world. So I look around and there are several other peacekeepers from other areas of the world here tonight. I feel reassured. I, for one, feel somewhat safe for both men and women in uniform here. And I ask you, when we get our drinks, to make a toast to the men and women in uniform who do keep us safe around the world and have kept so many people in war zones and conflict zones safe and secure. And that is a very important message, probably, at least the way I read it, one of the most fundamental messages of the United Nations, and that is to keep the peace. Thank you very much.
Ambassador.
First, thanks so much, Secretary. Your remarks were really very moving. You touched our hearts. Your message will go to Pakistan, and we are really grateful to you. Your message will go to Pakistan and to all the peacekeeping troops who are serving in different parts of the world. So this message, special message, with anecdotes, interspersed with anecdotes. This is what we admire most about you, this human touch. So I really want to thank you on behalf of the government of Pakistan, on behalf of the permanent mission, and also on behalf of the armed forces of Pakistan. Second, yes, Mr. Ahmed Ladsous and Ms. Amira Haq are here. They helped us immensely in the preparation of this resolution in this open debate, so I want to thank them. And they are here. I can't recognize or place them, but I want to thank them. Thank you, Pamela, for mentioning them. I'm thankful to the Foreign Secretary for being with us. He provided leadership, he gave us all the support from the Foreign Ministry, and we are grateful to him. The Vice Chief of the General Staff, General Mazhar, who himself is a very distinguished soldier, but he today brought to us the message of the Chief of the Army Staff, and we thank you to him. Brigadier Khan, you gave an authentic, authoritative account of what goes on in the peacekeeping missions. And Sarkibu of the DRC is a challenging place. And I think that you've done a meritorious service to the United Nations, and we thank you to you. Thank you for your remarks. Secretary General, again, thank you so much for singling out one peacekeeper, that is Shehzadi Ulfa. And this means a lot in Pakistan. Also here in the United Nations, in Diagonal, because your work is monitored by the media. Pamela Fred is going to monitor it and broadcast it, manifold. But when you singled out Shehzadi Ulfa, you've honored all the women of Pakistan. And you have honored all the police officers of Pakistan. And you've given this recognition to us as a country, as a community that believes in empowerment of women. So thank you so much. And Shehzadi Ulfa, you made a remarkable speech. And in bits and pieces, you told us all about who you are, what you can do, and what potential you represent for Pakistan. Thank you so much. Finally, esprit de corps, another dimension that we have, esprit de corps, with the United Nations Correspondents Association, and Secretary General, you mentioned the new president, Pamela Falk, and we've had good relations with her. And I would say that so far we've had very collegial relationship with the Correspondents Association. We're grateful to them for their faithfulness and for their constant coverage of the events that are taking place in the Security Council. We're beholden to you, and thank you so much for your words of support. Thank you, everybody. And I want to thank all those permanent representatives, high officials of the United Nations who have decided to come. It's a cold day, but they decided to come and share their precious moments with us. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, Secretary General.
Ladies and gentlemen, before the Secretary General departs for his next commitment, may I request the Vice Chief of General Staff, gentlemen, this brings us to the end of the ceremony though, but the exhibition continues. Please stay, enjoy yourself. Thank you very much for your presence this evening.